Well, talking to myself for the first couple minutes before people start coming on, I guess. Well, welcome to the live stream. I am still waiting for people to come in, but I want to show you guys. Nobody's here, but if you're watching after it's live, I'm going to show you guys these. Really cool. These are my Thursday loggers. They don't come with this sole. They come a little bit different. But I did a half commando sole, if that makes sense. Basically, commando sole is a lug sole with the recessed edges, but I did a half sole so that way I could keep all the leather behind. Oh, we got one person. I don't know how to read. Let me see. Hold on, give me 1 second. Five people. Oh, hey. Got 5 people coming on. Switch channel real quick. I'm doing good, Richard. How are you doing? Today's been a little crazy for me. Running back and forth, trying to get everything together for this live stream. But not too bad. This is the first time I'm going live, so pretty cool. I don't know how many people to expect. But we had, I want to say, a little over like 100 entries. Let me think. I think there's like 30 to 40 people that actually sent me emails, and having a break at work. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping in. First, I was going over this a little bit earlier, but these are my Thursday logger boots that I've worn for like a little over a year now, and I just resold them last week with what I'm calling a commando half sole, so like a hybrid logger sole. So the commando sole is technically a logger sole, but with the recessed edges, and usually it's a full sole, but this I cut it into a half sole, kind of like the way that White and Dad do their I think they call it the urban lug or something like that. They basically do the same thing, but they don't do the recessed edges. And I just love how it looks because you got the black heel and then the black sole, and then the rest is just a natural leather look. And these things are super comfortable, by the way. Like, they were comfortable before, but now they're just beyond what I could imagine before when I first started wearing them. I kind of wish I did this when I first got them, because a lot of people like the lug sole, but they don't like it being so heavy. And so by doing a half sole and the recessed edges, you get the grip and the durability of a lug sole without the bulkiness and without it being so heavy. I'm gonna put these on real quick. I just wanted to show you guys before we get started. I'm gonna be going over a couple things. I wanted to show you guys kind of around the shop. I guess a little updated shop tour, because the last time I did one, it was very brief, but I moved some things around. So I want to show you guys how my shop looks now, how it's actually more accessible and makes a lot more sense. I've actually been able to get a lot more work done, excuse me, since I moved stuff around, which is really nice. All right, big wig. Looking forward to seeing my red sole Red Wings. Yes, we've actually had a lot of people ask about those. We're doing, I think, like 5 or 6 that come in the shop I have right now. I actually have one I want to show you guys. I just took in yesterday. It's actually gonna be really cool. These right here are some Red Wing 8849s, right? We're doing cream midsoles, red wedge sole. Now the stitch on the top, that's gonna be red. And the cool thing is we're also gonna change out this mock toe stitching to the same red that's on the welt. So it'll be a red wedge sole, red top stitch, and then red mock toe stitch. I'll definitely be doing a video on that. That'd be really cool. Been wanting to do one for a while. I almost bought myself a pair to actually do that with. I got 17 people coming on. That's cool. All right. Well, what's going on with everybody? I think it's pretty cool that live I get to talk to some people. So what's going on with everybody? I see that Lee's having a break at work. Those red soles, I'm so sad that those red soles were discontinued by Vibram. I was upset. I got, like I said, I don't know if you've seen my video a couple weeks ago where I did when I got the actual 30 pairs of red wedge soles from Vibram. But once those are done, they're done. And I'm very, very sad about that. I'm hoping that they bring something similar to it back. I did reach out to a another wedge sole, not company, but distributor, that they said they could do custom colors. And so I was trying to have them do another red like that. But the problem is there's such a big minimum order. I think it's gonna take like 20 grand just to get them actually started and going, and actually so I can get those red wedge soles. And I just don't have the need for that right now. I mean, I have a whole bunch of people asking for it, but not 20,000. Yeah, this is something cool. I haven't been able to wear these a lot, but this is something my wife did for me. She does laser engraving, and so that's a custom leather patch. She's a little pinup girl, like a shoe shine pinup girl. It's pretty cool. It's mainly been just decoration in the shop so I can show people what we can do, but that's really cool. I love that she did that for me. 20 people. All right, commuting. That's why you sent them in. I have those camo soles. Have yet to wear them though. Okay. All right. Well, I guess let's get this started. I'm gonna pick the phone up and see if I can take you guys around the shop to show you kind of my whole setup. So start over here, and this is my main workstation. So I need to do is one step away. So I'm right here, and like I need to go to the sander. Sander's right there. I need to go to my sewing machine right there. My soles are right there. And then I got another sewing machine and heel wheel. And it just creates a really nice, I guess, flow for my work. And I've been able to get a lot of stuff done faster. This is just an example of all the soles that we keep in the shop. Some heels, some more soles up here. I don't really use those very much, but they're nice to have. A doctor sole, half soles and full soles. Some more of those soles stuff down at the bottom. And then this is a second workstation. This is where my wife makes her Birkenstocks right here. You can see she just finished up a clog Birkenstock, and it turned out really cool. But this is just another kind of example. All right, we're one step away from the sander. You got a buffer, you got the press, you got your sewing machine. So I'm trying to get it set up to where whoever's working here can work efficiently and effectively. On the heel wheel over here. Then this will be the other workstation. So I'll have 3 main workstations all together. And then this is just our shine and dye area. And then we're back to here. So I can set you guys up. Back up to here. All right. I have a second phone right here where I could read all the comments because I'm not able to see them all. Even at work. Okay. Can you modify running shoes? What do you need your running shoes like modified? How do you need it modified? Because we could do sneakers and stuff like that, but It's very difficult because a lot of the materials they use aren't fun to work with and don't work very well with our glues. If that makes sense. Um, Thank you. I did clean up before this morning. That's why I spent this whole morning cleaning up um, the shop so I can show you guys around because it's not always this clean, not at all. Especially after a busy work day. Busy work day. Okay. Thank you. It's still a work in progress. I still got some machines I got to fix. Um, like this one over here to my left, this one right here. This is the one that my wife's grandfather used, and the suction unit on it isn't working as well. So it's you get sand, you get dust and debris all over in your face when you're working on it, and it's not cool. You gotta wear a mask and eye goggles, and so you don't breathe in all the leather dust. But we're getting that suction unit fixed so that all the of course, my air compressor goes off right now. Of course. But yeah, we're trying to get that fixed so all the work areas are actually safe to work in, healthy to work in, and most efficient and effective. Because we actually got some, we're looking to hire some people. We've got a couple interviews coming up, which is really cool. Just an apprenticeship, someone teaching, if I can teach somebody to at least take apart the shoes for me halfway and that way it'll help speed up the process because my wait time right now is about 5 to 6 weeks, and it's kind of pushing it 6 to 8 weeks right now. But if we can get somebody in here taking shoes apart for me, I'll do all the final touches, putting them back together, making sure the quality's still good. But that'll just make my life a whole lot easier. Um, and get your shoes out faster for you guys. That way you don't have to wait so long for them. Thank you, Doombot, for watching. Appreciate it. It's taken me a little bit to get my craft to where it is now. I wanted to obviously get better at it. I've been doing this since 2021. I want to say 2021? No, 2020. Yeah, 2020 is when I met my wife. And then her father ran the shop, taught me how to do it. And then just after that, we took over. We're here in Tennessee now, and we're doing a lot of cool things. So I want to show you guys, or not show you guys, tell you guys a little bit about myself, because I always get asked how I got into the craft. I kind of showed you a little, I told you a little bit earlier. I met my wife in high school. Her dad owned the shop, and so as I started to court her, get to know her better, I got to know her family. I got hurt at my job. Scoliosis and arthritis is what it is. Yes, I had scoliosis and arthritis in my lower back and my upper back. There was nights where I just had to lay on the floor, and because I couldn't get up, and I was just in complete pain. Yeah, Artem, I know, it's crazy. It went from 5,000 now to 16,000 in a matter of weeks. It's crazy, so crazy. But anyway, I had to quit my job, and my girlfriend at the time, her dad, wife now, my girlfriend at the time, who was my wife now, her dad asked me if I wanted to not take over, but learn how to do the trade. And I was like, why not? I thought it was just going to be like a transitional thing. Like, all right, I'll work this until my back gets better, because I could sit down and fix shoes all day. It's not any crazy hard laborious work. But I ended up falling in love with it. I loved working with my hands. I wanted to be a carpenter. I wanted to be like go build houses and stuff, because I just loved working with my hands. In high school, I was a blacksmith. I made knives. By watching YouTube videos and buying my own forge, and I just liked working with my hands. And so this trade allows me to work with my hands. I can work inside, so I'm not out in the elements. My buddy's a mechanic, and I always make fun of him. Like, you want to come work inside with me? And he's like, no. Well, he's a mechanic. He's a really good mechanic. He likes what he does. But it's not so hard on my back, because whenever I do start to do like laborious jobs, like moving stuff around, my back starts to flare up. And so it's just It's not fun. But this trade allows me to work with my hands, do what I love, talk to customers, um, and not kill my body. So that's a really cool thing about shoe repair. But yeah, no. So I ended up marrying that woman, my wife now, my beautiful wife. And we moved to Tennessee from California 2022-ish area. And with the move, my father-in-law handed the business down to my wife and I. And so 2023, I think, is when 2023, 2024 is when we actually found this location here in Smyrna, which is like right outside of Nashville. It's perfect because we're in the middle of like Nashville, Franklin, Green Hills, which is like four major cities. So everybody comes to us to get their shoes fixed, which is really nice. But yeah, we're growing the business, growing the social media. It's just now taking over. If you go look at my history, my old videos were back in 2022 and not good, not good videos at all. But I'm working to get better, to do better for you guys, make more entertaining videos. So yeah, big money, luggage, purses, bags, shoes. I don't like doing luggage. They're just too big and bulbous, and to do any type of repairs is a pain in the butt. A pain in the butt. The only repairs I do, because I have to charge so much, are like vintage Louis Vuitton suitcases and Gucci suitcases, just stuff that's sentimental and thousands of dollars. So they don't mind spending a lot of money to get them fixed properly. But I try to stay away from luggage. Purses, I do a little bit of purses. I try to focus more on the bigger jobs, like the LV, the Gucci. But I do small jobs too, like $15, $20 stitching. People come in, they need their bag, the handle stitched back, or their handle's too long, so they want it shortened. We'll do that. Bags, I guess like backpacks and what do you want to call it? Duffel bags. They're a little different. Those are case by case. And then yeah, mainly shoes. I've got about 150 to 200 shoes in the shop right now, in for repairs, and I am working through them as quick as possible, one by one, which is why I'm also 5 to 6 weeks out on all repairs right now. All right, Rob, I don't think you asked me, or you didn't let me know what you wanted done to your running shoes. Rob, Ohio. Anyway, all right, well, I guess we can get to this already. These are all the names of the entries. What I did was I uploaded them all to a like a Google Sheet spreadsheet. So if you had 4 entries, I put your name in there 4 times, and then I printed them all out, and they're all in here. So we're going to be doing, unfortunately, only one winner right now. In the future, when we hit other milestones, I don't know, maybe we'll do one at 50,000 or 100,000. We'll do multiple winners. But thank you to everybody who actually entered. I greatly appreciate that. I love your videos when you share your philosophy on why you work as you do, surrounded by your faith. Yes, faith to me is actually really important, because without God, I definitely would not be here doing what I'm doing. I was heading down a completely different road, not a good path, not a good path. But thanks to God, I am now where I'm at. Run a really great family business. I have a really amazing, beautiful wife, and I just get to share that with everybody else, because I want everyone else to be able to experience that too. So yeah, let's see. Amen. Amen. Yes. All right. Now, I am going to do my best to not look and just to pick one winner. We had some pretty cool shoes that people wanted fixed, and let's see who wins. We'll actually do a video for whoever the winner is. So, I'm trying my best not to look. All right. And, all right. You ready? Todd Reese with RTR Shooter, I think is his email. I don't know if you're here or not. I don't know if you guys can even read that. Todd Reese. RTR shooter. I don't know. I don't have all the emails pulled up, but Todd Reese, you are the winner. So I will contact you here shortly, right after the live stream. We can get you all set up to get your shoes mailed in and what you want to get done. That'll be really cool. Congrats, Todd. Yes, yes, yes. And like I said, in the future, we'll do more of these. I think this is a really cool way of giving back to you guys. All of you guys who watch and support my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Is there any more questions that you guys have while I'm here live? Yeah, my hands are dirty. I just got done working all day. What advice would you give to someone that wants to fix shoes and boots and do what you do? Like, how did you start and what got you into this? Well, I kind of went into that earlier about how I met my wife. Her dad owned the shop and he was the one that taught me. So right now, the only way that you could learn, there's two ways. You can find a shoe cobbler near you that's willing to train you and apprentice you, or you could look up YouTube videos and watch them. I did a combination of both. Kind of have to be careful with who you learn from because there's lazy cobblers out there and they will, yeah, they'll teach you bad habits. And my father-in-law learned the basics, right? And there were some things that my wife's grandfather taught him that weren't the best. Like they wouldn't always take out the stitching from the welts, right? When you resole boots, that stitch that holds the midsole on, you got to take it out so that when you stitch them, you put new ones on. Or you could actually restitch it and you're not cheese grating the welt there. But you just got to be careful with who you learn from. There are good cobblers out there that you can contact and actually do an apprenticeship with them. If you contact them and ask them really nicely, they may be able to do that. Or, like I said, YouTube, buy a whole bunch of machines off of eBay or buy a shop out and try to practice and learn yourself. We are actually doing I'm working on a shoe repair online course, posting videos to YouTube of tutorials of how to replace heels, how to replace soles, how to resole dress shoes, and oh my gosh, excuse me, how to resole cowboy boots. That's coming out here soon, so you could use that as a tool, and then eventually, hopefully, that'll lead into actual apprenticeships. People who watch the videos and want to learn more, they could come out to my shop. We'll obviously have to go through some sort of not straining. What's the word I'm looking for? Screening process, and pick whoever we think is going to be best to come out here, work with me for, I don't know, a week, a month, however long you want to, so that you can go back to your home with the knowledge of how to start your own shop. Because shoe repair shops are definitely needed. They are closing too fast and not enough are opening, and there is a demand for them like no other. My shop is not even as busy as it can get. I know other shops that are through 2 to 3 months out rather than my 5 to 6. So it's definitely needed. Good cobblers are definitely needed too. Okay, Rob. Prairie shoes charge $1,100 for basic shoes, and hiking are $1,800 based out of Portland, Oregon. Check them out. Okay, they're custom. I've done some hiking shoes before. There were some that I did a while back ago. I think the A Solo hiking shoes, and those soles that they use are kind of like the Red Wing Super soles, where after a while they start to disintegrate and fall apart. So we kind of have to rebuild everything. I mean, I think I charged $450, but like you said, those boots are really expensive. So fixing them to where you could fix them cheaper in the future, because it's not going to be $450 every single time. It's just $450 to rebuild the entire boot, and then in the future it goes way down, because when I rebuild it, it's easier to resole them. But I did a couple of those before. They're not fun to work on, but they definitely end up looking like a really cool pair of hiking boots. We put some Vibram lugs on there. and they just last a whole lot longer than even if you were to buy a brand new pair. So yeah. Anyone else? I appreciate you guys watching. And before I go, I know this was a short live stream, actually 25 minutes. I want to show you, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning. Right after this, at 6 o'clock, so in 5 minutes actually, I'll be posting a YouTube video of these. These are my Thursday loggers. We did I'm calling this the Commander, which is like this is a custom hybrid commando sole. So it's a lug half sole, but it's a commando lug half sole. So you get the grip and the durability of a lug sole, but it's not so heavy and it's not so bulky and luggy from the side. So definitely go and watch that right after this. Yeah, Rob, you said your feet are thrashed from the Marine Corps and the running shoes up in self-modifying big toe area, creating more opening the seam, wanted a hole with leather bubble patch. You'll have to send me some pictures. Email me some pictures. And we could go a little bit more from there. It's hard to give quotes without seeing the shoes themselves, or just like knowing what we can do. But send me some pictures and we can go from there. But I think that just about wraps it up. Thank you guys again for entering all the giveaways. I appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sticking along and supporting the channel. Congrats again to Todd Reese. I will be emailing you here shortly, getting all that set up. And to all of you that didn't win, I'll be sending you guys a small little gift as well. So keep an eye out on your emails, and we will go from there. Thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. Look forward to doing more in the future. God bless you guys.